Good morning, students. Welcome back once again in the next session of our compulsory English. We are learning few inspiring stories from the great entrepreneurs of the world in the section of our Pros for Business Inspiration in the textbook English for Entrepreneurs. Today, we'll see an essay by Aldous Huxley, The Beauty Industry. The beauty industry that we often call is the glamorous world that we all aspire for. This essay, after learning this essay, you will is what exactly you will learn. What are the objectives of this essay for you? You will learn the modern beauty cult. After the basic aim or objective of this is what are the different aspects of beauty industry. You will know that. You will trace the dimensions of modern beauty cult. What are the different dimensions? Then you'll study the importance of spiritual health and happiness over external beauty. This is the most important, significant message from this essay. One should remember this. And after learning this lesson, this essay, what you will learn actually? What are your takeaways? What you will understand? So, after learning this essay, you will understand the modern beauty cult. You will be able to analyze various aspects of beauty industry. The beautiful face that you see has so many hazards, barriers behind it. You will able to scrutinize the dimensions of modern beauty cult. You'll understand, you will scrutinize, you will examine the dimensions, what exactly various dimensions are there. Then you will be able to understand the importance of spiritual health. This is the most important, as I have told you, and happiness over external beauty. So, physical beauty, mere physical beauty is not sufficient to lead a very spiritual, progressive, and happy life. So, you need spiritual health also. You need health in its real sense, physical and spiritual health with happiness. So, these will be the outcomes for you out of this lesson. Now, who has written this essay? As I have told you that this essay is written by Aldous Huxley. He was a creative writer, as you see on the screen. He wrote many novels, essays, and travel logs. He also wrote some philosophical articles, as he had certain kind of bent for uh, Indian philosophy or Oriental philosophy. He has also written poems and film scripts. He was basically, if you read his novels, you'll come to know they are bending towards science fiction kind of things. And very famous novel by him is Chrome Yellow, then Brave New World, which was very popular then, Counterpoint, then Dose of Perception, many more. He has also written an essay on Taj Mahal. The we all consider Taj Mahal as the epitome of beauty and love, but what exactly was the story behind that? He has he has written an insightful essay for that. And he's as I've told you, he was interested deeply in Indian philosophy also, and he devoted many of his articles on Vedanta and the West. How Vedas have attracted Occidental audiences or Occidental people towards them. So this was another part of his literary or writing career. These are the books you can see. If you go on internet, you can find many more books. It's just a few I put here for you to know what types of writing he has. Chrome Yellow, then Along the Road, Brave New World, then Heaven and the Hell, Point and Counterpoint, Dose of the Perception. So somewhere, he deals with physical, metaphysical, spiritual, and metaphysical concepts of experiences that we can get throughout our lives. At the same time, he talks about the perception, as you see there, the doors of perception, how you perceive, the things, and a particular thing can be, debated from one point of view to another point of view. So point and counterpoint is there. Somewhere he talks about heaven and hell also, and a brave new world is a kind of a science fiction odyssey. You explore the world from science fiction point of view. As today's age, we have so many sci-fi movies like Avengers and yeah, Men in Black, and then you have Snyder's the whole League of Justice, and so many sci-fi movies. We have our own Krish in India. So they use science in a very fictitious way to explore new imaginations or new ideas, new worlds where you can, lost yourself and you can wonder what is this brave new world. So these are the ways you can study his different books. Now, as we are talking about present context that we have chosen here, or the topic here is the beauty industry. And we all have one dream to be glamorous. We have our own, kind of perception that you must be very beautiful, appealing, attractive. People adore you. People love you. They come to you. You are signing autographs for them. So this sense of becoming beautiful, or what we can say, attractive person. This is the kind of a thing that market has always encashed. The people marketing or beauty industry has always encashed your dreams. That is different story if you become beautiful or not, but they become rich by encashing your dreams. So here writer talks about in this text that when world was suffering depression, especially America and Europe after World War One, and how financial situation was collapsed, as we do we see that in today's context of corona, I mean post covid pandemic, and how we are suffering, how there's a hike in the prices of everything, and people are losing their jobs, they are unemployable, and they are striving to survive. So this where history repeats itself after every time, after every period point of time it repeats itself. So the same happened after World War One, and the whole economy in Europe was collapsed, even though America was the crucial point in that. It has played a crucial role, but as World War One was not fought on the American territory, so they didn't suffer a lot as Europe, Russia and Germany, other countries in Europe suffered. But still it has its own repercussions, impact was there. So everything was collapsing around, and still in amid this depression, the one industry was thriving high, and that was the beauty industry. It remained unaffected. People, they used to purchase the beauty products, especially credit goes to the women and their obsession for external beauty. So he finds out that how American or European women are equally obsessed with the external beauty, as he himself is he belongs to the West, so he can cite the example from the Western countries. And somewhere at the outer layer, he talks about the obsession, but somewhere at inner level, deep into that, he talks about how unhealthy is these all things are, and how one should be very careful while choosing one's obsession for particular thing. So one should try to be, you know, uh, happy, healthy, physically and spiritually. Your mental health too counts. So this is very important thing. And in this way, if you have this blending, the golden blend of your physical, spiritual, and mental health, So if you can carry this, you'll be the most beautiful person on this earth. So this text, explores various ideas, various dimensions of the concept of beauty, beauty of your face and beauty of your soul, both. So let's start. Now you can see here, if you switch on your television right in the morning, as per the season. If it's a summer, then you have sunscreens and so many things. If it's a winter, you have, moisturizing creams. Now you can see how different shades of beauty are there. Olay is there, so you don't have wrinkles on your face. Yeah, you have, right, from top to toe. We have beauty products from hair oil, from the dyes that you color your hair, to the nails of your legs, right? So we are surrounded by so many beauty products. And once you are plunged into this, once you are trapped into this, life becomes hell. So one should be very careful. One should not run behind them. And these all advertisements and glossy magazines, what they give you the ambitions that you can surpass. But in actuality, these beauty products may harm your integrity as a person. It may not be possible that they will make you beautiful, because if you cease, if you stop to use them, you become your own self once again. And excessive use of these cosmetics may cause damage to your skin, may cause damage to your physical health. You may be the victim to skin cancer and some other cancers that can be caused due to this excessive use of beauty products. So one should be very careful. Now, in this race of beauty, nowadays men are also plunged. So there are different products for men, like the talcum powder, then creams, and then perfumes are there. So even men, their dreams are also encashed by this beauty industry. So one should be very careful, and the way these companies advertise before and after, right? One should, it doesn't happen, this doesn't play in real life. So one should be very careful while going for these beauty products. For temporary, if you want to be good looking, it's okay, but don't get obsessed with this. It's okay, occasionally you can go for your makeup, you can feel good, you can have that feel good feeling factor in your life, but one should not excessively depend, because when you're obsessed with this, you're losing your psychological balance, emotional balance, you're losing your integrity as a person in your family and in society also. So one should be very careful while using these all things. Now, what are the beauty standards? You know, if you ask a mother would say her child is the most beautiful one in the world, however that child may be. But it depends on the person who looks at you, right? Yeah, as Shakespeare has said, beauty lies in the eyes of beholder. So that object, that person may not be beautiful in a real standard, but how do you perceive that person? How do you perceive that particular thing makes it beautiful? So beauty lies in the eyes of beholder is the most important thing that one should be aware of. So, Western people, they have given us certain kind of ideas of beauty, right? So, blue eyes, blonde hair, fair complexion, and everything must be in a geometrical proportion. So, you are beautiful. And this has caused, great trauma to the people who are not fit into these beauty standards. For example, black, right? African people, they can't fit into this idea of beauty. They don't have blue eyes. They don't have blonde hair. They don't have fair complexion. Their nose and facial features are not in geometrical shape. Same may be the case with Indians, means non-white, right? We all are colored people, right? We all are colored people, except European and Americans. They're white. So we all are colored. So one should be very careful while perceiving these beauty standards. And the pathetic case you can see in the world, that was Michael Jackson. His obsession for white skin and to be beautiful, the way he has, went for so many cosmetic surgeries, and he was looking like just a skeleton at the end of his life. So be careful, tell your heart, you know that you are also beautiful. And I do believe black is beautiful. We all are beautiful in our own sense, so you don't need to follow the Eurocentric ideas of beauty. So every person has his own purpose on this earth. He has his own role to play, right, in the game, in the world drama. So we all are very useful, and our usefulness is the beauty of our existence. That is the most important thing. Now let's come back once again to the Great Depression and the beauty industry. So here we are talking about, as Huxley writes, he says that American women, they spend more than 3 million pounds a week. See, and he says this is official figure, and this was due to the beauty advertisements and beauty magazines, right? They were obsessed with these ideals, role models of beauty. And he says that because of this excessive use of beauty products by American women, it became the champion of American industry, because you know, it saved American economy from collapsing, losing everything. And he, at the same time, he says that this was much more than some black marketing like bootlegging, racketeering, and the movies and automobiles. All industries, white and black, they were aside. The beauty industry was, at the peak point. So he says that though overall, whatever they were spending on that, 156 million pounds, he compares this to the revenue of India then in the 30s, in the 20s. So India's revenue was half of it, right? So how much obsessed these women were about their consciousness or about their beauty quotient. And on the other hand, when he compares this with Europe and the beauty industry, so he says that Europe was, completely vanquished, destroyed financially. And due to the financial crisis in Europe, so European women, it was just impossible for them to even imagine any beauty product, right? So washing their face was enough for them, and that was the best way to hope for the better future. Now see how poor Europe was then in its 30s. Okay, so he writes, and what compares is how tempting and attractive ideals are given to you. So I quote here from his lesson, perhaps it will transform them into the likeness of those ravishing creatures who smile so rosily and creamily, so peachily and pearly from every hoarding. Now you imagine all these beauty products, they use the face. For example, if if you remember that India has, legacy of Miss Worlds and Miss Universe. So Sushmita Sen was there, then Aishwarya Rai was there, then you have Dinah Hayden, then Laura Datta, then Priyanka Chopra was there. So now recently Manushi Chiller was there. So these all faces, somewhere there's a politics of this beauty is also there. So these all faces, they are portrayed as beautiful, and then they are launched into the beauty products, beauty industry, so they can be encashed. So when you're given aspiration of Aishwarya Rai, you try to be like her. Her green eyes, her beautiful complexion, her beautiful smile. So many, women, especially in Hollywood and even in Bollywood, they have been behind this ideals of beauty. So they would, take hormone injections, they would work on their lips, they would go for lip surgery, and sometimes results into disaster. There's so they're actually jeopardizing their life. So they are risking their lives. So these rosily, creamily, peachily, and pearly, these creatures actually they don't exist. They are created for your temptation, so that you can purchase the product. So these are all ideas given to you. You are running behind them, right? And on the other hand, if you see, there are so many serials, so many movies that talk about this aesthetics, aesthetics of beauty, aesthetics of art. So it happens, a white complexion girl, she gets married easily, and somewhat colored, or what we say, minus white, she gets, difficulties in searching husband. So even parents, they run behind such, um, what we can say, ideals. So they want their children to be beautiful, so that they can have some value in society. But one should try not to run behind this. At this juncture, what Huxley says, in Europe in those times, in 1929 or in 30s, so not possible. Where people, women were, it was beyond their means, because they were unable to spend more on their beautification. So Europe then was very poor country. Now he talks what must be the causes in the increasing use of the beauty products, right? In good old days, you can remember that uh, only talcum powder was the thing that was used by women in India. Even today, there are we believe, in society there are certain people that they think that makeup is not good for honorable women, right? So these are the things I'll discuss that in the coming section also. So the increasing use of beauty products may be because people can afford it. They can afford the products. Okay. So general increase in prosperity. They can afford, their income is increased. Second, status of women in the cult of beauty. So women and their status might be, improved, and there is a trend of beauty that can be, what we say, that women wanted to be beautiful now. At least they wanted to look appealing. Since being status, that women, all women should be beautiful, then only they have some credibility or some sense of existence, right? Otherwise, other women are invisible. And then third is body shame and acceptance of the body. Some people, they are made of ashamed of their bodies. For example, if I am thin, and when I look at the physique of some bodybuilder, you know, and I am ashamed of my body. That how do I look? So thin I am. But at the same time, when I accept my body, yeah, no problem. I am thin, okay, but I can improve on that. So I aspire for the gym products, supplementary protein supplements, and other things that can give me that kind of attractive physique. So I am, trapped into that beauty competition. So these are the general, dimensions that can be said, or the causes that can be said, that people are using beauty products increasingly. Now, first thing first, prosperity. So people are, it is said that rich people, they have cultivated their personal appearance. Yeah, of course, because they can afford. They can afford all branded clothes, all branded accessories, right? From hair oil to the shoe polish. Everything is branded. They use branded clothes, and they become brands themselves. So rich people can afford to cultivate their personal appearance. But could you imagine that the present generation, which can afford spend money on their appearance. Was it possible for their parents, their previous generations to spend that much money? No, it was not possible. They were struggling for two ends meet. They were struggling for their earning their bread and butter to raise their family in a proper way. But now, as you know, avenues of expenses are increased. You can earn money, and so you can spend it. So you can spend that money on your appearance also. So this is another case. And then another thing is that as you can spend money and you have spent on that in America in those days, it happened. And that is why he says that because of this spending too much money on appearance, personal appearance and beauty products, the beauty industry was not affected badly as other companies or other industries in depression. Now, next thing, as we are talking about status of women and the cult of beauty. So, what is this cult of beauty? Here, Aldous Huxley, what he says that the cult of beauty is symptomatic of the changes outside the economic sphere. Okay, because somewhere it has to do something with your physical beauty, right? As we have seen that American depression, it was financial collapse, economy was collapsed, but still beauty industry was thriving. It was soaring high. It means the cult of beauty was outside the economic sphere. Somewhere it has to do with the mentality and physicality of human beings there, especially women in this reference. So he says that status of women, how he looks at that. According to Aldous Huxley, women have more freedom than before. Now women have their own individual assertion. Okay. Previously they were dependent. Now in India, women are voicing their desires, their wishes openly. Even taboos are discussed openly by women. And if you see the whole Indian cinema that focuses on this, trends changing women stereotypes, breaking the stereotypes of womanhood in India, you can witness them. So the movie like Lipstick Under My Burqa, it talks instantly or four more shots or like Viredi Wedding, you can understand how womanhood and the concept of womanhood is changing in India also. So America, it is far ahead. So it was there, the situation was there in late 30s or late 20s in last century. So they had more freedom then, and they were working. Women were working in the sectors that were strictly reserved for men. Even now, you can see in India that women are working in defense services. They are engineers. They are doctors, which was beyond imagination in the last century. So women, lives of women were restricted to the kitchen, right? Kitchen and bedroom. They have to produce children, they have to raise them. This was the only duty. But now, sky is the limit. Even sky is not the limit. Kalpana Chawla has gone into the space. So they are exploring their power and they have proved that they are not far or they are not behind any men, right? So now, as women have this power, they have their, what we can say, they have understood their worth in human society. So they have to take some effort so they can exercise a more pleasing feminine privilege of being attractive. And somewhere, some industries, as you know, cinema, drama, and now we have television world, they need to look attractive, right? Pleasing and feminine, so they can go for it. On the other hand, it can be said that women, they have right to look virtuous, right? And being virtuous here, what he says that beautiful. In good old days, Having loud makeup, right? Having loud makeup means she was the lost woman. She is not the woman of good reputation. The woman is not from good family. It was considered, right? So, but nowadays, women they are obsessed with their looks. And if you see any beauty pageant or any fashion show, right, you can witness the way these women are, overpainted, and you will see that they are no more humans. They're just objects who are trying to look too much good, too much beautiful. But in this process, they have lost their human touch. So overpainting is also troublesome. One should have this, sense how much you should go for this. And as I was saying, that body shame and acceptance of the body. So all the beauty products, even in India now, Fair and Lovely. So there was a whole campaign why to use that fair. So now they use glam and lovely like this. They have changed the motto, and literally they have scale whiter shade every day. So you can be white after some time. But actually, if you see the products, the way the chemicals and the ingredients are used, you're losing your melanin and you're thinning your skin layer on your body. So it is unhealthy practice. It may be cancerous. So one should be very careful while using these all beauty products in the race of becoming fair. Okay, fair and lovely is right, quite troublesome idea. One should be very careful. Occasionally, it's okay. So body shame. Body shame means what? If you are thin, you are ridiculed. If you are quite chubby, what do we say, stout, you're still, ridiculed. People will taunt at you. They will, call you by many names. If you don't have hair, so we have beautiful movies in India, Ujvida Chaman and Bala. So everything was, the hair is most important thing, right? And the concept of body shame can be seen in these two movies and how they overcame. So you have to accept what you are, and this acceptance of your body, somewhere uh, is trying to uplift you psychologically. When you understand that you are like this by nature, nature has created you like this, you can take some efforts, but proper efforts. If I'm thin, I can take protein, proper diet, I can have my physical workout, gym workout, and I can pay more attention to my weight gain, or what can I say, muscle training must be there for me so that I can attain this beauty status. But without doing it properly, all of a sudden you can't. Okay, so this must be taken care of. Then, as I was saying, that acceptance of the body, you have certain kinds of rights and duties for your body. You need to understand, you need to admit that its strength and its beauty. So, as Huxley is talking from Christian point of view, so every religion has its own, concept of beauty, concept of physical nature, concept of spiritual nature of human existence. So, when you pay attention to your body, it's not troublesome. It is not troublesome now. We're trained. We must change our attitude towards our existence as a physical entity in this world. Then manufacturing companies, they are catering to your needs. If you don't have hair, you're losing hair excessively, so you have hair oil. You can grow hairs by night, right? And then if you're bald, you can have hair plantation. So medical science is also at your door. So many beauty sophistication products and technology and patents are also there. So you can what you can say that it involves so many things in course of time. So body shame and acceptance of the body is one of the major cause of increase in using beauty products. Now, what are the effects of this modern cult of beauty? Some good and some bad, right? Some good things are there because people are aware of themselves. They wanted to look good, and it's not bad thing. Okay, one should learn to look good. One should pay attention to one's appearance. It's good thing, right? So people are paying more attention to their fitness. So fitness workouts is there. We are using fitness gadgets, right? So we are giving more time and more energy along with money also. So when this campaign for physical beauty is good, okay, this campaign for physical beauty is good when it is also campaign for your health, right, and happiness. If you feel good after running 5 kilometers, if you're feeling good when you go to gym, and when you look at yourself, you feel good, it's okay. And if you feel real healthy, really, from inner of your heart, you are feeling healthy, and test suggests that you're healthy. Nowadays, when you go to gym, many of the supplements and some people they use steroid to look more muscular, and this causes it is very dangerous thing because steroid it causes brittle bones. It may affect your bone density, so one should be once again careful while using this supplements also. That can be dangerous. So uh, study properly, take proper advice from your physical trainer, from your doctor, family doctor, and then go for such things. So when this physical beauty is also related to your physical and mental health and mental beauty and happiness, it's okay. This is wonderful modern cult of beauty. But on the other side, when it is successful, it is also a lamentable failure because it doesn't work on your mind, your spirit, and your happiness. It is just the race, the mad race for appearance. And when you're only trying to be good looking, it is very dangerous. And the results you can see. So the question would be, what about the beauty of soul, right? When this modern cult of beauty is excessively spending money, time, energy on physical beauty only, irrespective of its ill impact, where lies the beautiful soul. So one should nurture the soul also. And here lies the next section. So what is the success? Let's talk first about the success of the modern cult of beauty. And what is this? Nowadays, where you even in good old days, the beauty women were beautiful because they were taking care of their health in sync with the nature. They would use more natural things for their beauty. But now, as we are excessively surrounded by gadgets and technology, and the use of these beauty products somewhere may have made the women more beautiful of their greater age. Even women in 50s and 60s, they can look beautiful. So old ladies are already becoming rare, according to Huxley. And he has cited one example. The portrait of artist mother would be, you will not be able to distinguish between who is mother of the artist and who is the daughter of the artist. It would be same. And we have divas like Rekha Ji and Hema Malini who have maintained their beauty and charm. Okay, through yoga, through Ayurveda, whatever they're using, they have maintained. So beauty products and the modern cult of beauty has given surpassed. It has surpassed the beauty age. You can be beautiful forever. Now here you also called here it talks of the other things about white hair and wrinkles on the face. We call wrinkles as a sign of wisdom, because as you grow old, white hair are called as the sign of wisdom because it means you have seen your life. You have seen so many ups and downs. You have experienced the good and bad. And out of this, you have come to a stage where nothing affects you and you become wise. But nowadays, as these beauty products have, caused no white hair, no wrinkles, no bent back, no hollow cheeks. So it has become medieval and old fashioned. We have skin foods, as I was saying, injections are there, paraffin wax is there, facial surgery, mud baths, and painting. What not is there to improve your health in due turn to more rational mode of life. So now ugliness, being ugly is a symptom of disease now, right? Being ugly is a symptom of disease. So beauty of health is more important. And that is why he says if the campaign for more beauty is also the campaign for more health, it is admirable and genuinely successful. So if your beauty, you're counting your health also at the same time, then it is the great success. But if it is not, then what? So here comes the question, and that question is real beauty. Where lies the real beauty? Outer or inner? Your face may be beautiful, but as a human being, are you beautiful? Right? Your face may be ugly, but you may be. I remember here a wonderful anecdote from G.B. Shaw. Once George Bernard Shaw, a beautiful woman met him, and she said, I want to marry you." He said, "Why? Why you want to marry me?" And then she said that, as you can see, I am very beautiful, and you're very, clever. You're a wizard, very witty. So our people, our children, they would be as beautiful as I am, and they would be as witty as you are. On the contrary, what G.B. Shah, he was very, peculiar about his wit. He said, "What if they're as ugly as I am and as dumb as you are?" So it happens. So physical beauty is not the only ultimate aim in your life. So here, what Huxley gives example of a porcelain jar. You might have, fuldani in your home, where vase where you keep your flowers, or any jar where you can keep anything. You can store anything in that. So he gives you example of a porcelain jar, and he says that jar is beautiful because it has its shape, its color, and surface texture, right? Because of its texture, it is beautiful. It is not important what is there. Okay, if I have that jar and you also have that jar, I kept honey in that jar. Okay, it would be beautiful. If I didn't keep anything, it's an empty one. Something dangerous thing is there, spiders or snake is living inside that. It doesn't make any difference because that is non-living thing, right? That porcelain jar is a non-living thing. But women or human beings, it is not the same, you know. So women, as we're discussing this from Huxley's point of view, women are full of life. They have their own thoughts, they have their own emotions, they have their own philosophy. So their beauty is not merely skin deep. You can't count their beauty from their physical appearance only, right? So The surface of human vessel, he writes there, the surface of human vessel is affected by the nature of its spiritual contents. So what is inside in you, it charms other. So here comes the discourse on spiritual beauty. So he says that some ravishingly beautiful women, they are hopelessly ugly when it comes to inner beauty. And we use often one idiom or one phrase, beauty with the brain, right? Beauty with the brain, and this is the rare combination. Women, or for that matter, male also. Nowadays, we also have Mr. World, Mrs. Apart from Miss World, right? So, ravishingly beautiful women, attractive looking, but they may be hopelessly ugly when you interact with them. They may be very crooked, cunning, right? Cruel, brute, ruthless. They don't have any human entity with them. They don't have any philosophy. Or it might be, they are foolish. They have just painted their faces, having good clothes on their body, but their minds are not cultivated. Their spirit is not cultivated. So they are hopelessly ugly. And that is why he says that spiritual emptiness or spiritual ugliness is a dangerous thing. Here comes the discourse on cultivating, nurturing your mind, nurturing your heart in a very beautiful way. So here comes the question of spiritual beauty. Now, at this point of essay, what Huxley discusses that psychological ugliness, and what are this? Stupidity, having no awareness, they are unaware of their surrounding. And he says that this happens, this is prevalent in pretty women. And such women, they are repelling. You go away from them. So ugliness of greed, some are greedy. So too much or strong sexual desires, this is harmful. This is harmful. So these all kinds of things can repel people from that beautiful face. And he next talks that all the deadly sins can be negation of beautiful soul. So we have Shadripus here, Kam, Krodh, Moha, Master, right? So these all can be negated with the beauty of soul. So here he says that some women, for example, if you see your mother who's working day and night for you, or your grannies, they're working in farms, but still, they're beautiful. Why? Because they have that charm, they have earned that charm of their hardships. They have seen life so closely, they have worked hard for raising their families, and that have made them beautiful. So the people or the women who are always trying to be in good times, those people, not only women, even men, they who has not seen bad times, who have not seen, who have not undergone hardships in their lives, they are boring people, right? They are boring because they have not seen life in its real sense, right? Life is not only good or cozy or happiness only. Life is all about admixture of goodness and badness. Life is all about, it's amalgamation of fall and rise and falling things in your life. So you get good experiences, you get bad experiences, and you learn from them. And when you learn, you get wisdom, and that wisdom is reflected on your face also. Very calm, cool face. But their eyes are shining through their knowledge. So, women, as here he says, without hardships, trying to be continuously in good times, just bored sullenness. They ruin their charm. This ruins their charm, and they are repulsive. And somewhere, hardness also. showing no emotions, hardness. So hardness also spoils the beauty and its charm. So sometimes, as I was saying before, where beauty pageants and fashion shows, overpainting. You might have seen that the way Priyanka Chopra has, you know, got ready for her ramp walk, and the way she was trolled for her makeup. So they don't look human at all, right? And as though they are wearing mask on their faces, you can't see through that. Okay, so hardness and deadness in such people are from within. So you need to train, you need to cultivate your heart first, your spirit first, because that will, automatically, as trees, they get water and whatever they want, food from their roots. They are firm and they grow outside. So whatever you're firm and how much you're firm within, you can grow great outside. So here Huxley says that whatever is there within, it reflects outside. So there are the visible signs of some things. If you're hard and dead from within, it would be reflected on your face. Emotional hardness or instinctive disharmony, a chronic condition of your being. So one should change one's approach from physical beauty to spiritual beauty. This is very necessary. And now here he says that beauty for health and happiness. So what one should go, one should try to make the golden poise, beauty with health and happiness. So healthy and happy human beings, they are more beautiful than before. Same is the case with women. So here, though I am talking, the lesson talks of women, but in general, we should talk about all, all genders, male, female, third gender. So all humanity is there. So one should pay more attention to health and happiness rather than external beauty. Okay. So your external beauty should not be at the cost of your health and happiness. Pay attention to that. Then don't go for too, you know, no, you don't need too much cosmetic surgery or costly beauty products or supplementary food because it may have worse effects on your body and beauty. So you might have seen that there are examples of so many female actresses, leading actresses, who have destroyed their careers because of this cosmetic surgery. They worked on their lips and that is a disaster. They work on their nose, that became the disaster, right? Cheekbones, they destroyed their face. So here the underlying statement is real beauty is both outer as well as inner beauty. So one should go for this balance. Then only you will be beautiful in both the sense. So at this juncture, after talking so many things about beauty, beauty products, the beauty of physical appearance, and the beauty of the soul. So I would like to conclude here what Huxley has talked, that he says that this cult of modern beauty and obsession with external beauty is chased by people, but it would be ineffectual and failure until and unless you don't touch the beauty of your soul, right? So all men and women would be beautiful only when the social arrangements give to every one of them an opportunity to live completely and harmoniously. So here comes the sharing. You need to be the compassionate one. You need to be the sacrificial one. You need to adjust yourself. Sometimes you need to give others. Sometimes you can take from others. So you should be aware of your social arrangements. And when we're trying to make others happy, we'll be happy. And in this sense, the whole world can become beautiful. So I'm really very happy to share these thoughts from Hugg's perceptions from his lesson and as well as in general, we spoke about the sense of beauty. So, I hope that your dreams will not cause damage to your integrity. So, be beautiful, whatever you are beautiful. So, preserve the charm and don't not only your physical appearance but also your mind. Train yourself to be a good human being. You will be beautiful then. Till then, goodbye. Take care of yourself. Stay home. Stay safe. Thank you.